This week on Armstrong Acres.
I think we have 2 chickens laying now. You can see the size difference. I think the smaller one is the new chicken. It's good because I broke my glasses today, which makes this really easy. Why do you have to clean your dishwasher? This is a brand new dishwasher. We can't blame this on Pep. Hey, girlfriend. Getting eggs? Right now they're eating some scraps, including their leftover shells, so they can get their calcium back. Fridays are good days. It's Brian's off. You actually get to go to the gym together.
What are you recording? This week, we are going to do 2 of my favorite things, spend time in the basement and do wiring, because Bean has been more than patient since we moved here. She went from having her own bathroom and a balcony off of her sister's room and a big bedroom to a tiny bedroom and sharing a bathroom. So this week we're going to give her a fan with a light. We're going to fix the walls, paint the walls, and add a second power outlet to her bedroom. This week's for the kid. You're just going to watch me work. Jack, please don't knock things over. So I thought one of the wires I had found behind the faux beam in the kitchen ran to the living room. It does not run to Bean's room. It's just going to get cut off like the other one and tucked in. Now, fortunately, her room's a little bit easier than all the other ones. 3 inches off camera is where I ran the first wire for the outlet that's in her bedroom. But because of that, I know that that wall cavity is right there. And if I come over 36 inches, in theory, it should put me in the same wall cavity and right below the existing light switch. See that there's a hole here. I might not even have to drill. And actually that'll make a really short run for this circuit, which will be great. We're gonna go pull that light switch and see if I can just feed a wire up through and fish it out. Here's the switch that already existed in the house. It's been dead since we moved in because it was fed exactly the same as the living room. You generally don't want to put a switch on the same, an outlet on the same thing as a switch, because when you plug something in that draws a lot of power, it can dim the light. But that usually is only a problem if you're running something that's drawing a ton of amperage, or if you have 6 outlets on the same thing as a light. This is going to have one thing, which will probably have a radio and I don't know, whatever other stuff she does in her room. I see my first problem. I'll show you. The studs in this wall are running this way, so if I'm lucky, I can feed it through this gap. It's just gonna be tough from the basement to keep it really tight against the wall. Ooh, look at my hand. I just need to measure up from the floor. Ooh. That cut the crap out of me. Guess that's what happens when you leave a tape measure laying out in the rain. So you want to come 16 inches off of the ground to the bottom of the receptacle. Oh, that's not right. It's not 16. Let's see. I'm not doing anything here to code. I'm just trying to make it most normal. We're gonna cut this and hope that there's not a stud there. I'm gonna be smart. In theory. I might have spoken too soon. Oh, wait. Ha-ha! Oh. Just screw in there.
Is that what she said?
There we go. Look at that. I'm so smart. Back to the basement. Oh. I went up 16 inches, cut that hole. We'll go ahead and account for, call it 3 inches of subfloor.
3 inches and you'll be good.
All Spencer needs is 3 more inches. I was gonna say something super smart and witty, and it fell out of my head. I know what I was gonna say. This is the wire that I had cut short that I had originally planned on using for the living room. Thankfully, I saved it. That's smart. All right, back in Bean's room, I can see the wire. Good thing I actually fed that little bit extra. And all I need to do is go downstairs and cut off. I need to cut off a 3-foot piece so that I can make the jumper, or I can continue the circuit from the outlet to the light. Holy crap. Is it time to drink yet? We're all working equally hard today. It's exhausting. I'm already missing tools. And I like to avoid cutting pieces off of longer runs, because the more length you have, you might be able to use it again. Like, Aaron, I can already picture you putting something in here about me saying length. What?
What?
Yeah, that should be plenty. make for a cool shot if there was enough room for me to back the camera up so you could see me feed it in here and it come out the bottom hole. Thankfully, there is enough room between that stud and the plaster. Get off my watch. There's that. And boo! Now we can get this outlet put in, the light switch put in, then the fan put in, and then the breaker hooked up, and then we have light. The space between these studs is smaller than modern boxes. So I had to do an audible and switch to a metal one here, which means I've got to ground the box and ground everything else.
You label the breaker yet?
No. It just gets better. Better and better all the time. Oh, it's time to drink.
What happened?
My ground fell out of my wire nut.
There's a joke there, but I can't figure out what it is. I'm not running mine because I go hear my witty banter anyway.
Also, we're back to witty banter. We're not bougie meat or whatever you called yourself. I like that nickname for you. Meat snob.
Come crack it. Did it crack the plate?
Yes.
It may take me a couple tries to get it zoomed out and on you in the right timing.
You're gonna have to get it just right in the first try.
Shut your butthole.
I'm serious.
Why?
You might crack my beer when you come around to me.
The pressure!
So the switch and the outlet are in. It's time for the beer. I feel like Jason.
You want to tell us what you're drinking?
Stone Tangerine Express Hazy IPA.
And who sent it to you?
The store that I bought it at.
I don't even know how you had all of this in there. What's wrong?
I can't get this old knob and tube wire to tuck up in there. Whatever.
So the fan didn't come with screws?
The outlet box comes with screws that screw in here. I'm sure when we took the light fixture down, I just took it off and didn't put it back. But I bought these screws at work the other day for a job. They only came in packs of like 20 and we needed 2. They were still in my lunchbox and they fit.
No way.
Way.
Let me get the little Beano over here. Building our fan blades. It's a very professional work service we're working with here.
Week 3 of video wire lighting and work lighting not compatible. That light is doing nothing but casting a shadow where I'm working. It would have been easier if I'd have done this beforehand. Ah, you schmuck. I should have had this and this on there. Get out of the way.
Oh, sorry.
So
I guess
bright.
that's making it worse, huh?
They couldn't have made this more difficult if they tried. Alright, I need you to put the camera down and help me here.
Okay.
Just hold these wires. For Christ's sake. So dumb. All because of stupid O-ring. So unnecessarily difficult. Shoulders are starting to burn now. It's just gonna sit like that until we redo this.
Until we fix the ceiling. Leave the cover off till we get it on the breaker, you think, so we can decide what color light?
I can't really think right this second. Hear you talking, but I genuinely was not listening to a word you're saying.
I'm used to that.
Everything's hooked up upstairs. Just gotta run this short run to the, make this short run to the breaker box, and then we can fire it up and make sure that her lights work and her outlet works. The breaker's already on, so her light might be on right now.
Oh.
Or your fan's on.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll have to adjust that.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's weird that it doesn't just go up there evenly.
It's on. Well, what in the world? Aha! I see the problem. This bracket, when I put it up,
Yeah.
it's not 2 screws. There's a 3rd screw under there that I didn't pull out.
So the fan works. It's a little uneven. The decorations went flying.
I should point out, this room looked the worst. It's not any more dirty than the living room, but you and I had initially tried to wipe the walls down when we first moved in. And because this is unpainted plaster, all we did was make giant smear marks everywhere.
You picked the spot with the worst lighting to start at. You didn't tell me you were starting.
I literally did, twice.
Very busy. I think I saved it. So the plan is, Bean is gonna roll, and Brian and I are gonna cut. We just went to dinner and I had 2 beers, so this is gonna go swimmingly.
I'm going to show you both how to do this so we don't make a giant mess. You need to be a little less confident, okay? I watched you load the roller earlier.
I'm trying to hold the camera with my right hand and paint in there with my left hand. She won't let us take the drywall out and show the exposed wood. Just saying, don't get excited about there being so much paint left. I wouldn't put the horse before the chicken cart. We just went to dinner and I had 2 beers. I had 2 beers.
Come on in.
It's looking good.
Oh, the first step was getting the new light switch put in with the outlet that we added underneath it, which then ran to the new fan that we installed with the overhead light. This will help her in the summertime when it gets more than a little warm in here. Then we got to work on cleaning this out. Charlotte and Bean spent pretty much the whole day decluttering, organizing, cleaning out trash. After all that, we got to work on the paint. We got it primed so it wouldn't soak up all this paint.
It took over a gallon of Kills in here.
Yep.
That plaster was just soaking it up.
For as small as this room is, a little over a gallon. We let Bean pick the colors. Our only thing was we said you got to go really light on your main walls because it'll, you know, if you pick a dark color, it makes the room smaller. She picked this really nice tan. It looks really good in here. And then she picked a really dark brown, like a chocolate brown, for her desk art area. And we've got more we're gonna do for her down the line, but after a year and a half of having her sleeping in a filthy closet, we thought it was time to give her a nice room, and now she's got one. All right, so now the Bean's got a nice clean room. We figured next week, with the egg crisis going on, we're gonna do a video on the chickens, a little chicken update. So check in with us next week and see how the little chickadees are doing.
We'll let you know if it's worth it financially to have chickens or pay $8 a dozen for garbage eggs.
Bye!
Well, I guess this means we're making progress.
Follow along with us every week, Sundays, noon Eastern time. Watch us through our successes and our failures and everything in between on YouTube, Rumble, and Patreon at Armstrong Acres Farm.
Where we will continue to make progress.
That's right.
Making progress.